All right. Hello. So, I posted a video a little while ago where I was doing a Romanian deadlift and I was starting from the top position. Now, apparently you're supposed to start from the top position. I don't know. Most of the time when I see people doing Romanian deadlifts, they don't start from the top, they start from the bottom, but whatever. Rick De La Stick Del Hagen said, hey, try it from the top. You can super load it. You can get crazy. And I didn't even have the weight releasers, bro. I mean, he's throwing the weight releasers on there, right? So I'm like, hey, okay, I'm going to start trying these Romanian deadlifts from the top. And I went up to 5 plates and I was like working for reps because I'll do that sometimes where I'll just, I'll go for the 1 rep maxes, consistently, or the 2 rep, 3 rep maxes consistently, almost every day, really. I'm attempting to hit some kind of a 1 rep max. But then I'll drop to a lighter weight and I'll push for reps and I'll try to get PRs like that. And that's a way I've always tried to push that 1 rep max higher. If I'm struggling to hit 405, I'll drop to 315 and try to get that for 10 and go up to 365, try to get that for 10. And then boom, we're on 405. Now I'm trying to, and I've always kind of done it that way. So with the Romanian deadlifts, I started working with a 495, started from the top position, the 5 plates. And it I had a week. I think I got 1 week where I did like 9 of them, dude. Pretty deep. So I'm like, okay, I want to see what I could do for a 1 rep max. I'm like, hey, I just did 5 plates for 9 reps or 8 reps. I don't remember what it was. I think it was 9, dude. So I'm like, okay, how hard would 5? How much is that? 495. Yeah, 545. How hard would 545 be? If I could do 495 for 9, pretty clean form, I thought. Back was not too rounded. I don't think there's anything wrong with rounding your back past a certain point. I noticed for myself, like a little bit of round is okay. But yes, if it rounds too much, it does start to hurt. It does feel like, oh, okay, we're rounding a little too much here, bro. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, let's jump up to the 545 and let's see what's up, because in my mind, I'm like, well, if I could do 495 for whatever, 9, then I should be able to do 545 for like 2 or 3, at least that's what I was hoping, right? And so I go for it, come down, and my God, was it heavy? Did it feel heavy to me, And I was like, whoa, I didn't think that extra. I mean, 50 pounds, I'm coming to realize that 50 pounds is a lot of friggin' weight when you're already in the red, when you're already pushing in your upper echelon, another 50 pounds, it's like it might as well be a million, But anyways, I go for the 545, I'm coming down. And my back rounded a little too much, a little more than I would have liked. But I don't think it was really all that bad. But it did round a little more than I would have liked. Boom, got down as far as I was going to go. Once again, I think I went pretty friggin' deep. And then came up, barely got one. Yes, I had to hitch it. Big deal. Okay, oh my God. He's hitching a deadlift. Anyway. And I was like, okay, that's the second time I've ever felt 545 in my hands like that. I think another time I managed to do a 545 block pull. I got another video of that. So only twice have I held that 545 and done some kind of a rep. It's not like a legit deadlift, obviously, but I'm feeling the weight. In my mind, it's like, okay, dude, that gives me a baseline. I'm getting data. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm like, okay, I know what this feels like in that stored information. I can use that to help me, right? So, all right, back in track. So I have this video. I took video of it. It's funny because I shared it to Facebook as well as all the other social medias. And man, oh man, did they lose it on Facebook? Yo, this video's got like 100 comments, dude. I mean, they're piling up. Even now, I got glass backs and pencil necks as well as dweebs. So you've got people who don't lift, right? They just, I don't know, like there's some kind of stupid. But then you got people who do lift, and they're all very strong, but they're just kind of a nerd about it. You know, they're like, your form has to be picture perfect all the time, or else they're gonna, you on it. It's like, okay, dude, yeah, you're big and strong, I'll give you that, but like, do you need to be such a stickler about the back being slightly too, whatever? And so I'm getting dogpiled on over there, mainly from, I don't know, people who are, I don't even think they deadlift. And if they do, they ain't deadlifting much. But what's interesting to me about all this, okay? And yeah, all right, part of me just wants to bitch. Part of me just wants to vent about the fact that I'm getting dogpiled on by a bunch of idiots. But I also thought, hey, I think this is actually interesting in a way. Like, if I put my own feelings aside, this is sort of fascinating on multiple levels, because what we have here is some guy just trying something, going for it, giving it his all, getting the job done. Looks a little ugly, but he got the job done, and he's not hurt. And what happens? You got all these people who just want to show up and talk smack. And these people, they don't get it. Like, they don't understand horse cockery. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people, they don't know about Eric Bugenhagen, dude. They don't know about Spencer. They don't know about Atlas Power Shrugs. They don't know about, all these. I mean, there's actually there's a good number of some of these lifters out here. Bugs, his natty status is dubious at this point, but when he was making his bones, I do believe he was natty. And there's a lot of natty lifters out here who are freakishly strong, and they're going for it. And what seems to be the consensus, I'll just go with Rick, dude, because like, what is Rick saying? Rick is saying just horse, heft, and heave. Horse, heft, and heave. And because what are we really doing here? And this is what I've come to realize. Like, we're building a big, strong torso. In my mind, this is kind of where I came to look at it. I'm building a big, strong torso. So yeah, it's all about having a big back. If you have a big back, you're going to be able to do more bench. And the more you bench, the bigger your back can get. You know what I'm saying? It's all one thing. It's like, yes, I got people on this video, they're like, oh, because I put it I always put big back in everything. Because in my mind, it's all about having a big back, dude. Everything you do. It doesn't matter if it's overhead press. Like, guess what, dude? If your back ain't strong, your overhead press is going to suck. You want a strong overhead press, you got to have a big back. You want to have, there's some freaks out, there's outliers always, but generally speaking, what I found is I was like, yo, if I want my bench to go up, the back's got to get bigger. And the bigger the back gets, the bigger the bench gets. The bigger the bench gets, the bigger the back gets, etc. The more I can squat, like, yeah, guess what, dude? Squatting, in my opinion, it's a back workout. It's all a back workout, dude. Any of these big compound movements, you have to use your whole body. It's all one body, right? So it doesn't matter. That's why I'm kind of like, I've begun to understand what he's saying, what Rick has been saying in all these TV talks and stuff. It doesn't friggin' matter if you're doing a block pull or a Romanian deadlift or a deficit deadlift or a deficit hex bar deadlift or walking lunges with a lot of weight or any kind of lunge with a lot of, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's kind of all the same. Like it's all about building a big, strong, thick, dense torso. I don't know. In my mind, that's how I'm thinking about it. Everyone's like, but the primary movers of the exercise is this. It doesn't matter, dude. The whole friggin' body is getting involved. But at any rate, it's just interesting because it's like I'm really seeing what these guys are kind of up against. Like what Rick has been dealing with for friggin' forever. And what some of these other guys are dealing with. We got all these form police who are like way too worried about how hurt you're going to get. Like, yeah, bro, you're going to get hurt. There's going to be times you get hurt. Guess what? You can rehab. There's ways to rehab. There's ways to heal. You can heal from anything. You can heal from anything. Anything. Okay? We have to just figure out how to heal. So, okay, let's say I hurt myself trying to do a mega lift. Who cares? As far as I'm concerned, that injury is an opportunity. That injury is an opportunity to learn about my body. Because who is my primary healthcare provider? I am. I am my primary healthcare provider. My body is ultimately my responsibility. So as far as I'm concerned, every injury I accrue, should I accrue one, is an opportunity to learn about my body and an opportunity to heal my body. Without the medical establishment, without going under the knife, because you don't need to go under the knife, okay? I mean, it's like people that are like, oh, don't lift heavy because Ronnie Coleman hurt his back. Bro, Ronnie Coleman went under the knife and the medical establishment ruined his back. Surgeons ruined Ronnie Coleman's back. It wasn't the fucking squats.